You got motherfuckers running around here saying, "Oh, like I'm part of some temple." No, I'm a descriptive term. Listen, it could. I said, could the term be applied to me? And yes, the term could be applied to you. I showed you on the etymology where the term could be applied to you. What part are you? You saying I need hooked on phonics? I don't know. Some like, look, man, just look at the character of some people, man. Don't behind all that that other yada 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 stuff. Just look at the character of some people. Motherfuckers make 3 videos about you or whatever, and just some slanderous stuff. Oh, look, he's saying he is. If I was scared to say it, or if I felt like it was any implications or whatever, I would never say. I don't give a fuck about what you motherfuckers feel. And I've told you this. Haven't I told you this in other videos? I mean, you can go back to the other videos and see I'm consistent with the shit that I do. I'm very consistent with the information that I put out there. I don't be trying to straddle the fence. And let me show you. I'm gonna show y'all some funny shit, right? Look, you got a bunch of people that leave comments, right? You got a bunch of people that leave comments, right? I'm gonna show y'all some funny shit. Check this shit out, y'all. All right, look. This is the nigga Aborigine Mac channel. Now I don't do all that going back, showing you. Look, this is what he said. Look, this is what he look, like I said, I'm a grown ass motherfucking man. I ain't all the only thing I can say that I'm presenting, that I'm putting out there is my documentary for the people. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Other than that, I ain't never tell nobody nothing. I ain't never get nobody. No, we reading from a screen. We trying to present information. We trying to find out what happened in the Americas. I thought that's what we was doing. I didn't know we was like really having like some type of some team against team type. It's them Aborigines against them Aborigines or whatever. Because I'm not part of no clique. I'm not part of no crew. I'm not part of nothing. It's a autonomous one. Okay, one. Everything else I do is with brothers who I rock with, but I'm not part of none of that shit. So for a nigga make a video, look, he trying to sell you. I ain't listen. That's why I said for entertainment purposes only. Because if you ever try to give anybody listen, you ever try to give people help, right? So let's say, all right, let's say my little remedy, what I did to affidavit. Let's say that shit worked for me, right? So let's say other people ask me, well, like, how do you do it or whatever, or what? And I'm like, look, man, I'm not. If I'm giving you the rundown. I'm showing you how it worked for me. I want you to do everything, have all your ducks in a row. If your duck is not in the row and you forget to do something and you have a different outcome as a result of that, I don't want it to come back at my doorstep like, oh, you scared me. That's why I don't be putting nothing out there like that. Because I got a lot of shit I could be putting out there. I don't even be putting nothing out there like that. Because I already know what type of energy you working with people. When you try to help people always come back. Oh, you, and like I said, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? That the t-shirts go through t-shirt spring and it doesn't come directly through me because I'll be having motherfuckers talking, man, you owe me a t-shirt. Or nah, money grip, the t-shirts go through t-shirt spring. When you pay your money, this is a motherfucking corporate. I don't get my money until you pay your money and get your shit, and your shit is sent out. So you can't go there with nothing. So like I said, man, you gotta look at people characters, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers make 10-minute video, and then motherfuckers don't like regardless of if a person is you know what I'm saying, presenting it, they not being political, or they not speaking the king or queen English, and they present the information to you and you see the information presented. That's all you should be worried about. You shouldn't be worried about nothing else, man. Take the message. Don't worry about the messenger. Okay? You know what I'm saying? That's how you supposed to be dealing with this shit. You black Americans who think you from Africa or whatever. We showed you. And motherfucker running around here saying, "Oh well, how do you know all black people ain't American?" Shit, from the look of some people ancestry, yeah, that's a good question. That's a good motherfucking question, man. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a wonderful fucking question, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, at the end of the day, you have to really check, man. And like I said,
Facts.
this brother running around here trying to slander me and niggas and somebody else making videos about you on your heels. Like I ain't gotta do nothing. I just sit
Sheesh.
back. I'm not with the kid. I'm not with the childish shit. Listen, if I wanted to beef with people and go back and forth and really physically harm people or whatever, I would stay in an environment that I was recently in. And these people I can physically see and physically put hands on. You understand what I'm saying? As far as going back and forth with somebody over internet, we agree we Indians. Let's agree to disagree on everything else, but we can agree we Indians. Ain't no more or you are more and you trying to use Indian. You don't own nothing, nigga. You ain't nothing. You ain't nobody. You don't own nothing. You don't control nothing. You pay taxes, motherfucker. You bitch ass nigga. When you go into the store and you go whatever you do. I don't know what you do. I don't know you. I don't know whatever you do. Whatever you buy or whatever you purchase, you pay taxes, nigga, and you claiming you're Indian. From my understanding of what is a real Indian, okay, you can claim to be an Indian and still be a United States citizen. Okay, remember. So what does that make you closer towards the classification of colored? All right, let me just say this a little slower. By blood, if you understand your culture, if you understand. And then I'm gonna tell you something else too, right? Just by me doing a documentary, going around talking to people, asking people, I know goddamn well it's a lot of Indians who don't know they Indians and not claiming it. I know firsthand from doing. Listen, I done did. I done did how do you say the observation, right? I done observe, boom, see pictures, like what the fuck? I thought there were no black people here before 1619. What do you mean these are black people? Observation. Did my own research. No. Well, did listen to people, listen to certain individuals. Like I said, some of them more. Most of them was Moors. Because it wasn't nobody else putting this information out there. Now all of a sudden it's a bunch of YouTube channels. It's a bunch of I started this off a long time ago because I already knew I was in it. I just didn't know, like, I didn't understand it. You understand what I'm saying? But so I had to form a hypothesis. Okay, since I need hooked on phonics and I don't understand shit. We're gonna do a scientific method here, okay? To see if this shit works out and see if it's real. So the observation. Oh, thanks. Shout out to Johnny Aborigine. Shout out to Thousand. Go ahead. Shout out to let me let AP. I don't know how the fuck you are. You keep falling out, man. AP, man, stay in, bro.
It always kick me out, man. It just kick me out.
All
I
right,
don't
all
be
right, all
falling
right,
out. It just kick me out, bro.
all right. Hold up. All right. So boom. So look. All right. Shout out to Thousand. Go ahead. Shout out to Johnny Aborigine. Shout out to Lex Will. Shout out to Lex Will. Shout out to Lex Will, because Lex Will is one of the people who really had that book, America's in the earliest depiction. He's one of the only people who really had that book at one. I know it was floating around, but he one of the only people who really had it. Shout out to Lex Will. Shit, shout out to Kerry Davis. But when I mention all of them, I gotta talk about Hakeem Bey. I gotta talk about Hakeem Bey. He was talking about this shit in the 90s. All about the pyramids, about all of this, whatever. He was going back Aborigine. He was saying more, okay? Shout out to Yafa Bay. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact.
Shout out to these these people, man. Now you got the information. Now everybody who knows somebody got something from one of these people. And that's a fact. But now you got the information. You go, oh, this person and this person and or this person. Oh, you know now, nah, this shit wasn't around like that. And when it was around, like I said, even 1,000 go ahead. 1,000 go ahead. Johnny Aborigine. They wasn't really doing audio videos. They was just putting visuals and just putting captions in. They wasn't explaining none of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And even on A4, they wasn't explaining it. You understand what I'm saying? They wasn't explaining what does this slave poster with this tribal shit on or whatever. You saying, oh, they dressed up like the Indians, but how does this apply? You understand what I'm saying? And that's where I came in at. That's where the fuck I came in at. That's where I came in at. Because I already been schooled by Yafa Bay. I said was wearing feathers back then, already telling you about Hannibal, who was motherfucking Lincoln's vice president, who was an Aborigine or whatever. He's telling you this shit about 13, 14 years ago. But you didn't get the memo. You wasn't watching none of this stuff. So you don't have no, I'm a researcher. Just like you was a Pan-African at one time, I came through the Moorish science. I mean, not through them directly through the Moorish science, but just looking it up, checking the information out, trying to get further implicated into the civics part of it or whatever. But yes, I was doing it. Just like you was a Pan-African wearing a motherfucking medallion and black power and all. Everybody was. So you can't always, all these motherfuckers on here talking about they was Indians probably 5 years ago was fucking a Pan-African. But check it out though. Let's go further. So I'm dealing with legal. I done seen niggas in prison for shit they ain't do, for stuff they ain't do. Niggas already was hitting the law library, already was researching law. So if a nigga is I have seen and I have done legal documentation while inside that have got shit reversal for certain individuals. Now, so check this out. So now, come home, you see niggas studying law. You see, oh shit, blacks. Okay, all right, boom, yeah, all right. I'm kind of familiar with some of this stuff. Why the fuck I'm not gonna take this shit? Can help my people, you stupid motherfuckers. And then you take the shit, but then don't even give it credit and don't even say, well, yeah, I really got it from these people. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even give the people credit. You act like, oh, I have none of the Aborigines that I've ever seen in this community outside of, let me see. I'm trying to think. I've never seen no remedies or none of the stuff through none of them. And I'm keeping it 100. So just studying civics, studying law, looking at all this stuff or whatever. You got to admit, the sister, you got to admit, let me see something. I don't know if you ever seen this video before. Let me see something real quick. No, I ain't gonna go to it. But the sister, what's her name? L. The first video when she was going in about the law, and that shit was powerful. That shit was powerful for people who just get snatched up and then gets thrown in the cell and they don't have no remedies. And then you got to go through you don't have money for a lawyer. So therefore you don't know nothing about law. You don't have money for a lawyer. So therefore you got to take a plea that you long away from your fucking family for. So from the time that anything that I talk about is real motherfucking shit. Fuck all this pussy shit and all of this. Oh, he's stuttering and oh, he's trying to be. No, nobody's trying to do nothing. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, how about that? If it applies, you have to do your own personal research. So back to the scientific method real quick. All right. Observation. Johnny Aborigine, 1,000 go ahead. I'm already listening to Duke of Tears, and every week he already saying how the Cherokees was amalgamated, but he just wasn't really elaborating on it first. And I'm like, y'all want to hear more about more? Like, what the fuck do you mean about these tribes and what happened to them? And he wasn't really applying the term more. He was talking about the original tribe shit. So I used to always listen to him, like, man, I hope he talks some more about this shit about, you know what I'm saying, about more about the Indian thing and what happened to us and how we got in the situation we got in. So talking about that, listening to that, you got Yafa come. Yafa hit you with some shit. Boom, boom, boom. Then you got Curry Davis coming in saying that African Americans ain't African. So if I was part of A4 and other people was part of A4, well, his whole mission statement is that African Americans ain't African. Is he saying, oh, 5% of African Americans ain't African? Is he saying 10% of African Americans ain't African? Is he saying 20% of African Americans ain't African? No, he's not. He's saying he's giving it he's giving it a destination of the people itself. You understand? So, okay, showing you the slave shit. I already knew about that. I already knew about that from Hakeem Bey and the Duke of Tiz. You know what I'm saying? And who else was it? It's some other brothers out there in between that was talking about that slave trade shit with some funny information or whatever, but it's not right now. It's not. Ali Muhammad said he was, but I never personally, like, I knew Ali Muhammad said he was an Aborigine and all that, but I never personally heard him say that the slave trade went in reverse. The first person I heard say that was motherfucking I see the Duke of Tiz. I see the Duke of Tiz and Hakeem Bey. They was the first people that I've ever heard say that. So I'm like, what? Are you serious? And this is before I even seen the pictures from Thousand Go Ahead and Johnny Aborigine and all that. Now Hakeem Bey was showing some of them, but he didn't have he didn't have some of these images, right? So now I'm looking at the images. You know how long it took for me to come up, for me to have enough evidence for me to make one video about this shit? Because I still wasn't sure, because I'm like, nah, like, you showing me mongoloids. Like, I ain't got no mongoloids in my family. I got no mongoloids in my family. I'm sorry. And the blacks that I see that live around me don't have no mongoloid. They're not getting no visits from no people that look like them neither. When I lived in the projects, I didn't see no over my grandmothers and them lived in the projects. I never seen no black people getting visits from mongoloid ancestors. Everybody looked like them. So you would already know, so how are these people related to me? And that's the thing, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Listen, so where we at? We at the hypothesis part, right? I did the observation, heard, listened, observed, listened, paid attention, seen some things that wasn't right and exact, you know what I'm saying, and wasn't conducive with the root story and the slave story, along with the fact that Harold Corenlander wrote the book The Africans, and the fact that Alex Haley got sued in court. That shit didn't help neither. Because I'm like, what? So even this shit fake? Like, oh, okay, no problem. Okay, all right. So I'm already got some type of intuitiveness with me, so I'm already like, yeah, it's some bullshit. Okay, so now, what's next? You got the observation, hypothesis, theory, right? So now I start doing my videos. So I'm coming up with my own theory. So my videos is my theory of what I think will happen, okay? Along with documents, and like I can show you archive records and all of that, but them are basically just leads for me to do more research to find evidence that support that. So most of the stuff I read to you be stuff coming from archival records and coming from books and shit that was written in the 1800s. So that's the stuff that plants the seed in my brain for me to do the research and for me to look for these particular points throughout history, or look for these particular issues to talk about among the Aborigines. The fuck you think you take it, right? So okay, so the videos is the hypothesis. I mean, it's the theory. All right. The experiment would be intermingling just with black Americans and just asking them, like, yo, let me ask you a question. You ever heard you had Indian in your family? And it all checks out. So for somebody to tell me that all Black American or most Black Americans don't have Indian in it, I'm not even going to go there. I don't even really want to have no conversations with you, because obviously you don't know what I know. And the same thing about the pyramids. Because if people was Pan-African studying pyramids in Africa, Egypt. Niggas is raising the roof to Egypt. We're kind of find out in America, we got hundreds of thousands of them. So this is not relevant. No one needs to know about this. No one needs to know about the Hebrewic writing found in America, the Arabic writing, the Phoenician writing, all of these different people who supposed to be from overseas somewhere. We find all of these remnants here in America because it all fucking started here. Now you got Indians, then you got Atanchans. Okay, you got Indians, then you got Atanchans. So don't put me in your category, Mac, because I'm not even on the same level as you, my dude. What you got? And since I stutter, hooked on phonics, reading skills is bad, whatever. I got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of comments from people telling me that thank you. And that's all that matters to me. Who gives a fuck about this nigga making videos talking about you is this and that and the third or whatever? You guys who rock with me, you know who the fuck I am. And you know goddamn well I've never misled you or tried not to mislead you purposely. If I'm reading some of the information and we had to really go back and ponder it and be like, nah, this is bullshit. Just like the slave shit. William Ellison could not be the biggest slave owner in 1860 if black people or some aborigines wasn't on top. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's in fucking possible. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff that we read has to be looked back over. And we all like, you know, get information and even you talking to some of these tribes. Because listen, the majority of the so-called original Indians was classified as colored. So understand that. The majority of the real Indians are living within state territory and has renounced their tribal role. So if ain't nobody, and I'm not even, like I said, this is just for entertainment purposes only. Y'all already see what y'all already seen the colors, the color, y'all already seen the documentation about colored people. So just go from there. That's it. That's it. You ain't never gotta come to my channel again. Some of you motherfuckers, especially like some of you motherfuckers in the comments right here, who let's look. Look, check this out. It say A1 had to use a law for Indians because being a Moor was not working. Okay, now look, that's slander, right? Now you see your man right here. You see what I'm dealing with, right? I said, my man, you should focus on your business and stop slandering the Thompsonist one. You got enough Indian business to handle and leave me out of it. It's saying y'all BS pity parties for the government. It's saying you made 3 videos about me to prove what? Nothing at all. I hope you don't pay. I hope you do not pay taxes and have some land. It's saying I said if not, you should tend to your business and keep A1 out your business. Okay. Now you got other people in it. Look at this. Look. I am Flying Squirrel. What happened, my brother? God damn it. Where all the hate come from? Look, bro, you going in. Look, where all the hate come from, bro, you going in. This need to be seen. Look, you see that shit? Look, you see that shit? Look. Let's highlight it. This need to be seen. What need to be seen? I am Flying Squirrel. Look, check it out. Let's go down. Look, let's read some of the comments. So when you see these people, you know these people, because the brother right here, I haven't ever misled you. We got videos showing you straight information, going in. I got guest appearances at times from certain individuals or whatever. Like I got people I can call on my phone all the time and do video. I don't, we do our own thing, man. A lot of stuff that these people be talking about ain't even for the internet. Ain't even for the internet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We do our own thing over here. You understand what I'm saying? But you see how people. I've never done nothing to them. I've never done nothing to none of these people except put out videos. Never told you, oh yeah, follow me, get your pom poms and let's go. Never said any of this, none of this goofy or try to be somebody other than the autonomous one. That's it. One who sprung from the soil of the land he inhabits. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And all of the wonderful terms that come with the autonomous people and the terms that was applied to them. It was things from nigger all the way to king or chief, sachem, and all the way in the middle between Moors, Mayans, Incas, Aztecs, etc. We deal with all this stuff. I already been there my genealogy. You don't need to talk about that. Don't need to show you my genealogy because that ain't none of your personal business. And just to be showing you like this is a set of fucking a collection of cards and shit to show you my personal. Nah, we don't need to do all that. Just do yours. Never mind mine. You do yours and see what you came up with. You understand what I'm saying? And see what you came up with. There cannot be no whole African communities. So none of the brothers and sisters, even if some Africans did come here, they already mixed in with the Aborigines. And it's no way that it was never no whole African communities like that over here. Never. I mean, now there are, since 1965 in the Hart-Celler Act, where they allowed all these immigrants to come here. Now there are, but prior to 1965, there wasn't no African groups. All of these people like the Somalians and all these people that live in Minnesota that got their personal, got their own communities, their own fucking communities. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that before when the civil rights movement and all that. It was just mainly all black Americans with the help of a few Caribbeans. And maybe I don't know how many I don't know, it's Sidney Poitier. I don't know what Sidney Poitier. I think Sidney Poitier is a Haitian. I think so, or French. But I mean, he was a coon. So a lot, you know what I'm saying? So even with the help a lot, most people going back, you would assume, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, even dealing with the title, African Americans ain't African. That's telling you that African Americans ain't from Africa. So where the fuck is they from then? So where they from? So look, real quick, because I got to tend to some business, man. Look, shout out to my brother right here, Indigenous American, man. Thank you, my brother. Look, he said A1 is a cool brother and don't be for all that. He's saying wanting all the smoke. I mean, you know what? I don't want, yeah, you're right. I don't want no smoke at all, man. I just want to live a peaceful life and just, try to do what I can do because we have enough of that shit in the streets. We see enough brothers and sisters get shot up and killed. You know what I'm saying? Get snatched up and, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this other stuff. So why amongst the people who you got common interests with should you be having all these disagreements with? I don't have no disagreement with nobody. I don't make videos about nobody. If I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you. People come ask me like, yo, you want to come on the channel or whatever, like, and I don't even respond because I don't even be fucking with, because I'm not going to get on your channel and get me into, and a lot of these people you get on that channel, the first thing they want to talk about Dane Calloway, the first thing, and I'm saying in a bad way, and I'm not, Dane is my man, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going on there, y'all, you slandering Dane and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? That brother show us love. I don't give a fuck what you feel about him.
That's a
or
fact.
whatever. That brother show us love. I don't care what you feel about him. Now, do we have some little disagreements on something? But that's not nothing personal. It's just information wise. That ain't nothing personal. But that's our brother 100%. So why would I be on a platform where motherfuckers sitting up there? And like I said, man, sometimes people do it. Man, you gotta check. You gotta be like, man, look, man, just like that. This ain't the platform for that, bro. You got that. You need to find him. You know what I'm saying? Find or talk to him or find a way to have a way to go back. This ain't the platform for that. You understand what I'm saying? We're not here talking about that because I don't do it myself, and I'm not gonna allow you to come on here and do it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever your personal feelings is, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like, brother show me love and somebody go on his platform and then just be kicking nigga back in or whatever. I don't know what, you know what I'm saying, what dealings or whatever. But most of the people that I speak to that deal with Dane say that he helps them with getting their shit. And other people we say don't help them. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But hey, that's not my business. I'm like I said, I do what I do. I'm in my own, I do my own thing. And like I said, so look, so check this out. You see this guy Lucius. Look what he said. He said these two are straight clown. I don't know if he talking about me. I don't know if he talking about me or is he talking about Aborigine Mac, but I'm assuming he talking about me and AP. Good looking, Lucius. You right. From your avatar, we see who's a real clown, but it's all wonderful. It's all gravy, right? Now look, then we get right here to Aboriginal Indian Truth, right? It's saying you work for the LAPD. I got your information too. What's this? I don't know. Like, what's this about? Like, you understand what I'm saying? I mean, what's this about? And I'm not even trying. I'm just going through I'm going through the comments because I'm just showing you who's who. And like I said, I come on with a live stream. Then somebody else come on with a live stream. People go back and forth. And like I said, look, you guys are free to do what the hell you want to do. But you know what I'm saying? Like as far as the slander and you hear people just going attacking people for no apparent reason or whatever, you should already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? You should already know what's up with individuals. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't have no problem. And I said something about American Indian Truth before. But like I said, man, it wasn't nothing personal or whatever. It's just the fact that I just wanted, like, you know what I'm saying? If you presented something and you seen me do it, that just however it go, that was that or whatever though. But look, here you go. You got him on here and he said, you work for LAPD. Now, I don't know what this brother doing. I'm not saying he does or not, but this brother put the comment there. He put the comment there. So let's move on. All right. Let me see something. Let's see. Star Strikes, facts, good looking. Sheena Miles, I already knew. Already knew. Right here, but Dupree the Aborigine. I ain't, you know what? Since you left that comment, I'm not even going to comment and say what we play, what we do. Let me see something. Hold up. He said, hold up. Let me say, but on game, Mac, don't play. Right? Don't play what? What you mean he don't play? He don't play what? If he didn't play, more people will be interested into listening to him. You know what I'm saying? More people will be interested into listening to him if he didn't play or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like and then, like I said, if you sit up there and make jokes and say how corny somebody is or how you don't fuck with somebody or you know what I'm saying or any of this other goofy shit, you know what I'm saying? The real truth is how many people is interested in listening to what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because most you go on this nigga video, most of his videos is he beefing with other people. He beefing with this guy. Then he beefing with that guy. Then he beefing with this guy. Then he beef. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of just like yo. Let me build some commentary off of me beefing and arguing or me talking about hurting. Like, come on, my dude. Like, I mean, bro, you started the whole shit, man. And that's why I was telling, that's why I don't be like jumping on a lot of the live chats all the time or whatever. I fall back from doing that or whatever because a lot of times be a bunch of clowns on there. And I'm not going to say the brothers that be on there, the ones that's clowns, y'all know who y'all are. Put it like that. Y'all know who y'all are. And then I'm not saying y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know who y'all are. Put it like that. If you're not putting no information out there, if you always trying to debate somebody within the same people who believe the same paradigm as you, niggas you need to start questioning these individuals who always got some type of you know what I'm saying, commentary about what you talking about. Yeah, I said something about what's the brother name? Turtle Gang, because I didn't believe like from my
And
from. But go ahead.
uh, now I'm just saying. Now you right though. A lot of niggas, be like, yeah, we need to come together and calm down. Be the same niggas in the other chat, dick riding, talking about, yeah, get them niggas. Like, come on, man, get y'all goofy ass out of here. If y'all gonna tell
Bro,
somebody to calm down and get together, go type that shit in the other chat with them other niggas. Cause I
look,
don't
look,
want to hear that bullshit.
look at his brother right here. Look, Michael Brown Harris Creek, right? Cheek, whatever the fuck, right? So look, he has something very nice to say about the guy. Fuck A1 and the Moors. Okay, I mean, I don't know who the Moors are. I know that any dark skinned person could have been called that. Like that would have been a description, like the term black. But because you a dumb motherfucker, you don't understand that. And you watching SETI videos of niggas conquering EE. And, oh, they got fezzes on them. Look. You stupid motherfuckers. That shit is beyond that. It's it's way beyond that, man. It's way beyond that. That's like, understand that's like the first time niggas showed you algebra, a binumeral algebra expression. You know what I'm saying? You ain't know what the fuck to do with it. You ain't know you had to do the for you, first, outer, inner lad. You ain't know you had to do none of that shit to work that, nigga. So come on, man.
Fact.
Like you ain't know you had to do none of that shit. You ain't know that the -2 was a -2, nigga. You didn't know that. Just like you niggas talk out of ignorance. You don't understand the fact about what you're talking about. And I ain't nobody children, and I ain't part of nobody. Oh, go get your children. Or your children bugging. Listen, yo, this shit is hilarious, man. Like I said, I'm on here to just show information, man. If you want to critique the information. I ain't got nothing to do with anybody personal characteristics, what their facial features, what they look like, or what they sound like. I mean, look, man. At the end of the day, man, you already see what time it is, right? So look, you got the somebody right there named Sebek. A shout out to whoever this individual is, right? He said divided, or he or she. I don't know if it's a he or she. Sorry, whoever this individual is or whatever. I'm sorry, but let's just move on. United we stand, divided we fall. You are an agent. Wow. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And this nigga called me. He called me an agent. He called me some type of agent. What am I an agent of? How could an agent like me? How could an agent? So I'm faking the hooked on phonics shit, like you said, right? So you got agents that need hooked on phonics that's on. So I don't know, like really? That's what that. What you think they will find somebody who will be able to read like Gary Canoe or somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? But I'm an agent though, and I'm not telling nobody. I'm not telling nobody which way to go. Left, right, up, or down. I'm not telling nobody where to go. You go your own motherfucking way. You'll find your own thing. I'm just making comments on certain things that I see, or historical reviewing the evidence. Because like I said, most of the research that I put up here is theory based. All right, so now we get on to the good part, which would be the experiment, right? And I already touched on a little part of it, but the experiment is you walk up to a black American and ask them, let me ask you a question, man. Where your people from? Like most people, I say, well, you got people in the South, but it'll differ. If people ain't got people in the South, then you know that they mainly from North. They might just be from Connecticut or New York. You know what I'm saying? With the exception to, like I said, I'm talking about in North America. I ain't talking about outside or like people who travel from the Caribbean. I'm talking about right here in this particular area. Right. So, this the experiment. If I'm walking and I'm talking to numerous different black Americans, right? And people don't even know, they don't even take on the term Indian or none of that shit, right? They know they're classified as black Americans. You talk to these people And these people tell you, yeah, I got Indian in me, Blackfoot, or I got Indian in me, Choctaw, or I got Indian in me, Seminole, or I got Indian in me, Creek, Cherokee, Yamasee, Seminole. Man, listen, it go on and on and on. Then some of the North Tribe, Wapanaki, Nassau and you know what I'm saying, even Seneca, Seneca, what's the other one? What's the main one? The Montauk's or whatever. And even it's another tribe that was from it's a bunch of different names of people or names of Aborigines that was living in the New York region, New York and Connecticut region. But however it go, you ask these people, and these people will tell you, nigga, I got Indian in me. And say it like and say it with conviction. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't tell me I do my own research. I ain't even present this shit to you. If I show you all these videos, I got people doing this shit. I could do a 3-hour video alone just on people who I interview or me showing you all these people or all these individuals. Say, I'm an Indian. I'm an Indian. I'm an Indian. I'm an Indian. I could just freestyle and remix it like that. So fuck these niggas on YouTube who talking about, oh, listen, I'm not trying to give nobody nothing except information that's presented in my own form and my own um opinion or however I want to put it out there. So if you got other people who you go to and you learn information, that's wonderful. Ain't nobody like it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm not beat for these little comments about, just little random shit. Like, just stop it, man. We people is grown-ups, man. Supposed to be, I never see none of you motherfuckers go at none of these Pan-Africans. When you get around the Pan-Africans, you admit that they Pan-African. All this smoke about us and all this, but then when you get around these motherfuckers, don't nobody say nothing. One thing you could say it with us. One thing you could say about me, Chief, AP, all of us who come in contact with these Aborigines, nigga, when even Sonetta, we pop shit to them. We don't just sit there and be like, oh yeah, no. We sit there, we argue with Garfield, we argue with Unk, we argue with all these people who try to come on and challenge our information, and we present information. Because I have yet to see anybody go back and do a rebuttal to the pyramids or any information I put up there on Sinetta. Ain't nobody make no video. Only people making videos is other Aborigines because it has to be. Listen, going on Sinetta platform is wonderful. I got almost 20,000 subscribers, so I got my own little platform or whatever. Whether or not I ever went on Sinetta, it wasn't about that. It was just about presenting information, just letting the people see it. I can go in there and talk about my family. Oh yeah, my family. This, that. That ain't going to show nobody. I can also go in there and show you the research from Culture Freedom and show you that me going around talking to people and people like, yo, I'm an Indian. I'm an Indian. And all of these, and once you see that, people going to be like, nah, this something is up. And then you start showing them pictures. Then you start showing anthropology. You start showing all this other research. So you got Indians and you got the Atachanist one. So, like I said, I'm not in your lane. Don't come in my lane. I don't want to be part of none of y'all groups. I don't want to collaborate with y'all. I don't want to. If it wasn't for Chief Channel, I would have never hooked up with none of y'all or whatever. I don't want to do no videos. I don't want to talk to none of y'all. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I do my own personal shit. I fuck with my own people. Shout out to my brother Jay Freeway. Shout out to my brother Chief Holiday Jag and everybody else who we fuck with. My brother AP right here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Coda. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, at the end of the day, we do our own thing. We trying to derive information to where you can present it and try to get yourself in a better situation. But I'm going to tell you like this, right? Real Indians are not to be enumerated and are not to be taxed. So you are most of us who say we Indians, yeah, you're an Indian, but you're a United States Indian. You ain't give your social back. You ain't give your. I'm not like I said. I shouldn't even be saying this stuff, but I'm just keeping it 100 with you niggas. So ain't none of these motherfuckers Indians. Okay. That's like okay. Next year, I want to buy a motherfucking Jag, a convertible Jag, the XR joint. You know what I'm saying? But we have to be realistic. That's just like a motherfucker say, well, next year I'm gonna do my declaration, or maybe next year I could get into this tribe. You gotta go to these tribes begging to get in there, nigga. I do my own thing and declare who I am. Declare it. I don't have to go through none of these tribes like, oh, yo, can I be part of your shit? Can I come in with you? Can I be down with you? I ain't gotta do none of that shit. Let's go to the source. You got me on paper as this. I'm telling you I'm not this. Here go evidence showing you I'm not this. I need you to make this remedy right. And that's it. 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 So you ain't gotta make no video saying nothing about, oh man, making little sound bites about individuals. Because at the end of the day, man, look, this is what y'all niggas want. Drama? Or y'all niggas want you all of this time you niggas looking at this drama, you could be finding the shit that I'm talking about, because I'm not putting it out there. And like I said, I was gonna make a good video for the brothers and sisters, but because of niggas like him, yeah, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not. And like I said, I was going to show you some of this shit, man. Nah, I'm not. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, he got all the knowledge and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't, like I said, I'm a people. Y'all got my email. You want to reach out to me? You already know those who I rock with. Put my email in the chat or whatever. But at the end of the day, man, like, you see who's who, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm big enough to admit if I'm wrong. I'm big enough to, you know what I'm saying, apologize or whatever, because I'm dealing with that type of shit. I'm not dealing with the lower self and the envy and the hate. And oh, y'all went on side of the TV and all this other shit. Like, yeah, y'all went on side of the TV and like, and then the next week you see another person on there. You know, so like what? We going on there showing information. Nobody, like I said, if a motherfucker wanted to be part or really wanted to be like, look, I'm on there, I would have easily just took my cam off, boom, and then showed my face or whatever. And like, and I would have kept going back to like, look, I was on. Nah, nigga, it's about the information gonna speak for itself. Whether if I'm stuttering, whether if I'm misreading, trust and believe. Trust and believe. The only thing a person can make a video about is the literacy or some of the grammatic errors that a person made. But as far as the information, ain't nobody making no videos challenging none of that shit that we put up there. Nobody. Nobody is challenging that. Nobody. You can laugh, you can joke, you can have your personal, you can have your little private sessions or whatever. At the end of the day, ain't nobody hitting me. I don't care if they don't want to talk about them pyramids in Central and South America. Fuck a tribe and shit. And we weren't never no fucking tribes anyway. We was fucking nations. So fuck some tribal shit or whatever. They don't want to talk about the structures and whatever. So was you part of that? What was you doing when this shit was being built or whatever? Was you carrying the stones or was you the motherfucking director? All of us have a part to play in it. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
That's a
man,
fact.
at the end of the day, like I said, the information gonna stand on its own. So if you have information, you ain't gotta always have you gotta link up with certain individuals or whatever. Like I said, I fuck with AP because AP study archaeologists and anthropologists and anthropology. He do a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? We got brothers who know about the tribe, who fuck with tribal stuff and know, oh, this is the language, and we do all that too. But the most part is observation. Observation is the greatest method when you're dealing with this information, because most people can't get past observation. They can't get past the observation part. So, end of the day, you keep making the last video I'm making. I don't give a fuck what you say about motherfucking stuttering, can't read, illiterate, or whatever. Anything. This 3.2 I got in these crackers in university or whatever. I did that shit mainly when I had a daughter. Easy money shit. Easy money shit. Buy 3-4 bios I had to take. got all damn near bees in them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, these is fuck what you want to say. Oh yeah, this is the white man institution or whatever. It's still something that somebody had to sit down and be still and learn something and have some complete understanding to what they learned to get the fuck out of the grade. You know what I'm saying? So however it go, say whatever you want to say about me. This shit is funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Worry about your affairs. If you still paying taxes, you shouldn't be talking about nobody until you know what I'm saying? Like I said, people, we got problems. We when we get Rob Bourne and Garfield and all these people on or whatever, we go in on them. We don't be sitting there and trying to be friends with them and trying to be like, oh yeah, nah, we go in on them from the door. If we can't agree on something, we go in on them. We ain't sitting up there happy to speak to them like, hey, oh shit. Nah, fuck them. We go in on them. Sinetta, whoever. You hear me arguing with Sinetta, like it ain't none of that shit because it's about the information. The Indians that living off reservations and living within state territory and renounce their tribal rule are classified as colored. Walter Plecker shows you, your grandmother's birth certificate shows you. Focus on that. Focus on that. Stop beefing with people who got the same ideas or can agree with the same thing. Because there's a lot of people who don't agree with us. You got mongoloids who I seen people originally banging on. When you come in contact with them, ain't nothing said. But you're cutting the Aborigine head off. Oh man, fuck that. You want to, I'm gonna fuck one of y'all niggas up. But the people who doing something, I'll tell you like this, right? If I have never really seen a Native American. Like, I've never seen a Native American, right? Because I don't go to powwows and all that shit. And ain't nothing against anybody who do that. Because you got family members who do that or whatever. I'm not saying to anybody who don't do that. Once I start seeing white people, the head of these tribes, that made me that how do you say that?
Turned you off.
That turned me off from wanting to nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. It should be a photo of a PR stunt. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. But real talk. We did it on Facebook. We went back and forth with the what's the motherfucking name? The nigga with the long hair that ran up in the black Indian thing and just stood up on the thing. I forgot the mongoloid name, man. They used to be going back and forth with or whatever. And other mongoloids. None of these other mongoloids speak up for us. None of the other mongoloids say, oh, well, yeah, y'all was here. Yeah, y'all was here. Nah, y'all mixed with the Africans. That's why you look like that. None of these other people speak up for us. So if quite naturally, if I come in contact with them, and you claiming to be what I am, I'm going to ask you some questions. I want to know some of the history that you're talking about. How do you have any relations to Columbus? Was your people in the Caribbean? Okay, that's no. Okay, check. How do you have something to do with Thanksgiving? Was your people in Connecticut? Okay, okay, no. What? When did they find your? Oh, they found your people in 1890. So they came here in the 1500s and finally found your people in the late 1800s after all the shit was over with, right? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So your people ain't from Charleston, Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Florida, or none of these other. We know that these aren't the original names, but these people are from nowhere. I would at least been asking, like, look, man, what's up with the history? We can't get none of these tribes because of even though they told you that the one drop rule was illegal in 1967, you have a remedy for that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Don't know. So I'm about to shut this down. And at the end of the day, man, look, man, y'all just keep doing. Yeah, Lance Blue Eyes. Yup. Lance motherfucking Blue Eyes. You know exactly who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I was talking about. Exactly. Lance, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because if niggas be debating with Pan-Africans, you think that you see one of these mongoloids, you ain't going to have nothing to say to none of them? Like, I mean, and then beefing with your own people, say you gonna beat a motherfucker up and all this. But, like, at the end of the day, see the mongoloids, nothing. fuck, I kill a nigga. I will kill you, nigga, and all that. Say shit like I'm not saying just in general. This is the way we talk about each other. We say, "Oh, I will do this and I will do that, nigga," and all that. But then somebody else you want to have a conversation with. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the type of shit that me personally, I'm a grown ass man. I have a child who depend on me, who rely on me to do certain things for her or whatever. And I would assume that a lot of you other people will have some of the same responsibilities at this point in time, right? Right. So outside of me doing these videos, trying to show you history, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do right for people around me. It's just not yeah, well, let's meet up and I will do this. So you meet up with a motherfucker you got beef with on the internet, right? So nigga pull up on you and shit, right? Well, what you supposed to say? Nigga gonna be like, yo, what's that shit you was saying? What's that shit you put in the comment? You was going, yo, that ain't no shit no grown ass people supposed to be doing. Like that's some clown. That will be a sketch for when keeping it real go wrong on Dave Chappelle show or whatever. Like
Yeah, that's a fact.
you ever see the saying when a girl called and hung up on her? You know what I'm saying? AP, you ever see the scene
Yeah.
when the girl called and hung up on her and shit? And then she came out there and busted when she said, I said it was the wrong number. She's like, fuck that. I'm keeping it real, bitch.
Yeah, keeping it real goes up.
Yo, like, I mean, just real talk. Like, you somebody online or some of these people or whatever, because I don't ever want to meet up with none of you motherfuckers. I don't ever be in the same vicinity as you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers is disrespectful. You can't even get past certain shit that grown ass people or people of our age should be able to deal with some type of common sense and just say. And then I thought we had that with the nigga Mac. Because I don't want to go to the video and show you and you know what I'm saying, do all that, right? But I can go to Chief video and show you at the end. He was like, you know how you know what I'm saying? He at the end, whatever issue he had with me, he was like, man, look, man, how can we all just get along? And this is how he was saying, you know how at the end, at the end of the movie and shit or whatever, he came out like, yo, how can we all just get along and and come together? And I thought that's where we was at. But then people make the video hooked on phonics shit, then start going on this brother who never said nothing about the sister, respectful to everybody in the community, never done anything to anybody or whatever, just being attacked for no apparent reason. No apparent reason. We grown ass people. You talking about nigga? He got shot and got ran out of his community. I'm 44 years old. I don't if I knew, even if I knew AP was still on the block doing that, I would be talking like, yo, you need to try to get your shit in order to get the fuck out that situation, because that's not a good situation, period. So I wouldn't even be dealing with nobody getting shot that's still hanging on the block, period. Because I supposed to be able to have some type of knowledge of self to be like, look, my little bro, you supposed to be trying to do this, man, and trying to do right for your family. You don't need to be out here just banging none of this shit. If that was true. You understand what I'm saying? So you would have to check me as being a friend who will be in a, because I'm not running around trying to be in no shootouts with no random people over no foolishness. I'm not trying to put my hands on nobody over no shit that was said. Like, come on, man. What the fuck is, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I've seen people get hurt for some of the stupidest things, man. And we supposed to have, at this point in time, when you come into this shit right here, man, you know what I'm saying? When you come into this shit at this, you say, am I more? More like what? I mean, what do you mean, American Indian truth? I'm not a more. What I explained to you, my definition of a more. You have to explain to me, because there's so many misconceptions, so many you have said some stuff in the past I disagree with. He said, but when it comes to the research, he said you have done a lot of work. Hey, shout out to my brother, Will, man. Shout out to you too, brother Will. Cause I know we had some words in the past, man. Whatever, man. Shout out to you too, my brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, It's fuck all that. I'm not a Moor. I'm not like, what do you mean a Moor? I don't understand. Like, I don't, what is your, what, you have to tell me first, what is your definition of a Moor? For me to even elaborate, because there's so many misconceptions. What do you mean? Do you mean descriptive terms? Can I be, can, if I go, if I went back in time and like in Martin Lawrence did in Black Knight, would they call me a Moor? You understand? Are you talking about that? And am I part of MSTA? What the fuck are you like? What the fuck? Like I said, my videos about Indians. Whether even if I listen, even if I was any of that shit that you may think or your imaginary may lead you to, why am I making videos telling you Aborigine of this land? That's the shit you should be worried about. You shouldn't be worrying about. You shouldn't be worrying about none of the other shit. Cause ain't none of the shit I've read to you or I put out there was to mislead anybody or to tell anybody what you, nah, this is, we reading. Somebody believes this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So none of it was put out there. None of it, oh, nah, money grip. I don't understand. What do you mean? Like, I don't understand. Peace Cam, Lewis. You saying North Africans are foreigners, man. And North Berbers, see, that's what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Look. What you say, Dupree, the Aborigine? Nah, more just mean colored because there was no black back then. Ah, let me highlight you, my dude. Look, goddamn, look. Oh my God, yo, listen, Dupree, email me. I'm gonna send you a T-shirt, my dude. Here you go, right here. Email me. Go on T-shirt Spring. Go on T-shirt Spring, right? It's my email. I put my email in the chat. Go on T-shirt Spring, pick out whatever, and I'm gonna get it for you. It might take a couple weeks because I don't know, they've been a little back, but I promise you, you'll get your whatever you go in there and get before the month is out. All right. Look, this is what I'm talking about. That's what it means. This nigga North Berber and look, man. There is, listen. When you really understand history, you'll see that there was no Africa. There was no Africa. So they could not be a north of our Africa because there was no Africa itself. So what are you talking North Africans? No. See, when you study the shit I'm talking about, you'll know that all shit started in the Americas. So if the Moors knew algebra, they only knew algebra because they learned the science from 0 to 9 in the Americas already. People left from this, listen, people left from this continent. If the pyramids and all the structures here are older, plus you find structures similar in what we call Mexico City or in regions of Central America that's similar to the temples that we find in Grenada. Okay, we see similar markets over there. So why can't we say that the people from here who created this science? See, when you deal with the American encyclopedia, 15,000 years of inventions and innovations, you will see one particular thing. You will see that we created the number 0 here. See, when you get off all that Indian stuff and feathers and, you run around here saying I'm full-blooded this and that, you will study other things about the Americas. You will know that there's pyramids underwater in Cuba. You would know that they found giants here. You will know other things as opposed to some of the stuff you stuck on. So when you come into the stuff, oh yeah, the more north, there was no Africa. There was no Africa. North of Africa would be the Iberia Peninsula. That would be Rome. That would be Greece, Sicily, Italy, France, all of that. Portugal, Spain, etc. Okay, north and also north of Africa is what we assume Europe is. But I'm hooked on phonics. I'm missing the point though. That's what north of Africa would be. North Africa would be Europe. Because if you look and you understood where Africa was, there was no Afar, it was Tunisia. Okay? And then when you do finally start saying African on the map, because it was a little ass town. So just imagine a town in a country, just imagine Pennsylvania and let's say Erie, Pennsylvania. That was Africa. Pennsylvania. How many towns is there in Pennsylvania? So that little ass town, north of that town, is Europe. But you wouldn't understand that because you get your information from all of the people with these conspiracy theories about, oh yeah, shout out to Dupree the Aborigine, man. The, the Aborigine. Mm-hmm. Hey, Tunisia. Yeah, you're right. Aborigine truth. You're right. Tunisia. That's it. Europe. That's it. Europe. Europe. You'll see the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire is the ones who created Christianity. They are the ones who created the doomed devices. They are the ones who pushed the Moors out of Andalusia in Portugal. They are the ones who converted them to Christianity. They are the ones who came here and took over Tenochtitlan. They are the ones who gave you a fucking Bible, and while your grandmother go to church every motherfucking week praying to Jesus Christ. But you worrying about this foolishness. And not you in particular, but just understand that. That's the chain of events that you are now placed in. So despite who trying to say, oh, you can't claim, none of you can claim, you gotta go ask Big Daddy, can you claim something? And they still ain't letting you get no remedy. So whatever you people do, you do. I stay over here, make my videos. If you come in, you come in. You come in with love. You come in with love. You come in with hate. You come in with hate. However you come in, I can care fucking less. I ain't no trying to be nobody's advisor. I'm not trying to give no grown ass people no advice. I'm not trying to do nothing. You take the videos and you come up with what you want to come up. I'm not trying to do none of that shit. If that's what your man A Mac and them doing over there, yo, look, get yourself a sleeping bag, a pillow, and a quilt, and go line up and go build with them. Like, cause I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm not trying to be nobody's advisor. I'm not trying to tell nobody what they should be doing. No grown ass fucking people. I'm just putting opinions out there of stuff that I see amongst my people. You know what I'm saying? You making video, go feed the homeless or something, nigga. You out there in California, man. Go on Skid Row, go feed the fucking homeless, man. Instead of sitting there making videos about somebody, and make sure when you buy that shit for the homeless, you not paying tax if you're a fucking Indian. That's it. And I hope you're not on the census. I hope you don't have a social. I hope you don't have a birth certificate. But that's for another fucking video. We're not even going on that right now. With that being said, you already know what it is. The Aborigine. Look, you right on point, my brother or my sister. Email me or go screenshot it. Send me the email. Send it to my email, and I order it. Send me your information or whatever, or PO box where you want me to send it at, and I'll send it to you. All right, we could do it like that, but that's what I'm talking about. That's right, Willie Woodrow. That's right, the Roman Empire were black. That's right, and they are. We look. Think about it like this. I'm gonna tell you like this, right? If the Europeans was black, the only people who would have been describing people would have been the so-called would have been the Europeans. Or the motherfuckers who they said was created in the Yucatan Peninsula and took it over there to the Iberia Peninsula. Okay? No, Yakub and Dr. Moreau. Listen, nothing that anybody can conceive within this reality never existed. Put it like that. You cannot create something that you never seen or someone never seen or never heard of or never existed. Everything that we thinking about existed. Everything. Everything existed. Everything. Okay? Everything. You know what I'm saying? So, AP, I'm gotta go run. Shout out to everybody came through.
Peace, peace.
Now I'm saying, go ahead, say your piece to the people.
Yeah, I was just saying peace, man. Y'all already know what it is. I ain't really too much to say, man. Real recognize real. Y'all got eyes. You see the bullshit for what itself. I mean, for what it is, and we're just gonna continue to keep putting out this information. Whatever lane that we stay in, we're gonna keep pushing that. And it is what it is, man. Y'all see the jokers out here, man.
Look, like I said, shout out to everybody. I ain't part of no cult. I ain't part of no tribes. I ain't part of none of that shit. I'm an aborigine from this land without being part of none of that. without being into any of these tribes and fighting. I can send my own personal information to these people and they recognize it. So I don't know what you doing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, the thing's gonna get better. But at the end of the day, you think you're gonna get somewhere when motherfuckers can't even get along, or you mention somebody's name and they can't even reach out to you and say anything. Like people got real hate. Nobody hate nobody on YouTube, man. Even Sonetta and some of the even the Amon Ra squad, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like nobody has no real where you really want to. So, I mean, maybe some people might feel that way, but when you think about it, you're like, man, listen, this man, look, man, I'm gonna hate this man for his ignorance, man. You want to put your hands on people for because of their ignorance? I mean, nah, that's not right and exact, man. That's like if you teaching a kid and the kid don't understand what you're saying. What you gonna do? You gonna beat them? You gonna beat it into them? Like you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like I said, at the end of the day, love and light to everybody, man. I gotta get up out of here, man. Um, you know what I'm saying? Never mind whatever disrespect you see people doing. Just like I said, make sure you try to do if you can. Your objection. If this is entertainment, then it's wonderful because I see that for most people it is because most people they're still paying tax, they're still Indians being enumerated, etc. So most, like I said, most of the shit is entertainment purposes. So shout out to you, Aborigine Mac. Shout out to everybody else who, if you have find anything distasteful about A1 or Thompson's one, just unsubscribe from the channel. Don't even waste your time coming here watching nothing. If you come in here just for criticism and just to make your little 3 or 4 minute videos or whatever, you know what I'm saying, then keep doing it, man. The shit is funny to me, man. I was bugging off that video, yo. I'm like, this nigga doing a remix single. We like going back, keep playing. I'm like, oh shit. Damn. Nigga's a DJ. I mean, hey man, but yo, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. Let me get up out of here, man. Love and light to all y'all, man. Y'all have a good day, man. And like I said, man, try to keep the peace amongst the people, no matter who you might not like personally or how you might not like somebody's name or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Aborigine Mac name, but that's his personal choice on his attribute. I gotta worry about my kids and worry about me. I ain't got time to physically put no energy into yo, I don't like that nigga name. Oh man, damn. How much
It's
energy
some weirdo shit.
how much energy do it takes to really sit there and think about that? I don't like that nigga name. Like, yo, you know that? Like, oh shit. Like, yo, like, how much energy does it take to put into that? Like, I'm just saying, like, real talk. How much energy does it take to put into that? You don't
Yes,
like somebody's name
a
and shit.
lot of unnecessary energy.
Yeah, like come on, man. You could probe the universe with you could have probed the universe with that thought right there. That thought could have been a thought that could have cured cancer, even though we could still cure cancer. We herbalists and holistic and naturopathic healers, but nonetheless, though, could have found up. You could have found a new invention or something. But I don't like that nigga name. Damn, like I said, man, like this is week. Listen. I'll be 44 in a couple of weeks. Okay, man. Listen, nobody, man. We got kids, people trying to get their stuff. So you came all the way to here to try to find out who you are, or to find out who you are, just so you create device. You could be divisive, or um just be rowdy and disruptive among your people. Listen, there's people every day you see who don't believe you're Indian. You can easily take that shit out on them. Why would you take it out on the people who know you're Indian and believe that you are one? And they say, "Oh, you from Morocco?" Listen, this shit funny as hell, yo. What is it? I mean, listen, it gets go on and on and on. Love and light to y'all, man. You guys have a good day. Like I said, I promise you, I'm not going to mention. I'm going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving from this point on. Keep whatever videos come out, come out. Coach Freedom coming out soon. We keep it straightforward. Any beef or any you know what I'm saying, any disagreeable shit that's in the contents, I live with it. People disagree with me all the time. I don't have a problem with it. But when you start making videos saying that you talking about it's my trying to be a leader and you're more and you just like kind of just like it's going too far. You're a grown ass man. Like, come on, my dude. Like some of these motherfuckers, you gotta start having concerns about because like this is where you spending your time at. You know what I'm saying? And Root Word, I thought me and Root Word was good again, but he went in on an L, which is L stand for Elohim, whether Elohim existed or Elohim didn't exist. I got it on attribute on my last name, nigga. It doesn't matter. Or my attribute is L, whatever. I understand what's on my attribute. So if you just taking terms out there and you don't understand something, then that's totally different. Ahanu mean friend to everyone. According to my knowledge and my science, the Elohim would have been compared to creators of this universe, which in any biblical or any understanding is known as God. Okay. That's why the L is on my attribute. So with that being said, peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses, and we out of here. Peace.
We're about to take you on a unique aerial journey through the spectacular biblical landscapes of Israel, following in the footsteps of one of the most celebrated people who ever lived, Jesus of Nazareth. We'll be flying to historic locations linked to the life and times of Jesus. We'll explore these places from the air and from the ground. And with the help of experts and local people, we'll be telling this remarkable story.
This, I believe, is a place where the trial of Jesus took place.
It would be better to be Herod's dog than to be his son.
He realizes that his death will be the fulfillment of his ministry.
Our aerial journey begins in Galilee, where Jesus lived and worked. Pilgrims have been coming to this region since the 4 Gospels were written, and Christians began to spread the word about Jesus. Nearly all the places linked to Jesus are commemorated by a church. The earliest appeared some 300 years after Jesus died, built by the Roman Emperor Constantine, the first Roman ruler to adopt Christianity. He appointed his mother, Empress Helena, to seek out the most sacred sites and make them places of Christian worship. The modern city of Nazareth, dominated by the magnificent Church of the Annunciation. This marks the place where, according to the Gospels, the angel Gabriel visited Mary, a young unmarried woman, to tell her that she was to be the mother of the Messiah, the Saviour of the world. This huge Franciscan church stands over the ruins of many earlier buildings, including where Joseph and Mary are thought to have lived 2,000 years ago. The ancient remains of a simple dwelling are preserved in the sanctuary, the spiritual heart of the church. We're flying over the Judean desert to Bethlehem, nearly 100 miles south. Today this takes under an hour by helicopter, but 2,000 years ago it would have taken Joseph and a heavily pregnant Mary the best part of a week. The reason for their journey? The Gospels tell us that the Emperor Augustus demanded a census, so Mary and Joseph had to be counted in Bethlehem, the home of Joseph's ancestors.
While they were there, the time came for her to deliver the child, and she gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, as there was no room at the inn.
Bethlehem and the historic church of the Nativity. Tradition tells us Jesus was born in a stable along with the animals, but it was more likely that the stable was actually a cave.
Based on archaeological studies, we know that the mangers were located within underground caves which were situated beneath houses. And inside you would have these elongated bath-like recesses which were used so the animals could feed, and perhaps one of them may have been used for the infant.
Parts of the magnificent Church of the Nativity date as far back as 326 AD. It's the oldest church still in use in the Holy Land. The birth grotto is a level below the main body of the church, and here on the floor of the cave, a silver star marks the place where it's believed Jesus was born.
E allora mi viene subito una indicazione.
In a separate cave just to one side, there's a shrine where the baby was laid in a manger. It was here, we're told, the shepherds found him, and where the 3 wise men from the east presented him with gold, frankincense, and myrrh. In the birth story, a star appears in the east, guiding not only shepherds to the baby, but also the 3 kings towards Bethlehem. These were magi, or astrologers from ancient Persia, searching for a Messiah whose birth had been foretold in the ancient scriptures. Jesus was born at a time when bright stars and celestial bodies were believed to be signs of important events to come.
In that little story, a whole series of Old Testament prophecies are brought to fulfillment. Once Jesus was recognized as the Messiah, he was the fulfillment of the star prophecy. Once the idea of light was introduced, then you have the great light over Jerusalem, which attracts foreigners bearing gifts.
It would have been a matter of protocol for the foreigners, the wise men, to pay their respects and seek advice at the court of Herod the Great, the king of the Jews. The Gospels even bring us a comic moment.
Herod knows nothing about the birth of a child. Not only that, he has to send his advisors to go search out in the Jewish scriptures whether such a birth was even foretold. So we have these learned, astute, and aware Gentile wise men and these completely flummoxed Jewish counselors who don't even know their own scripts. And I think there we have a humorous note within Matthew's gospel about how unprepared Herod is for the birth of this child.
Today, Herod's great city of Caesarea can still be seen on the Mediterranean coast. Herod was put in place by the Romans. He was a master builder and used the best technology that Rome had to offer to build great palaces, including the monumental desert stronghold of Masada that overlooks the Dead Sea. But at the time Jesus was born, Herod was feeble and paranoid.
When we think about Herod the Great and his relationships with those around him, we find that he executed almost all of his children. He put to death his wife Mary Amne, whom he loved so much, and yet who he was completely, jealously insane about. Once Augustus Caesar had said that it would be better to be Herod's dog than to be his son.
So when Herod was told of a new king of the Jews, his reaction was extreme. He ordered the murder of all male children under the age of 2 in an attempt to remove any threat to his sovereignty. The Gospels also tell us that Joseph, warned of Herod's diabolical plans in a dream, took his family and fled Bethlehem for the safety of Egypt. Herod continued his tyrannical rule for another 4 years. And when he died, his cherished kingdom was split and divided. Religious and territorial conflicts have divided Israel since the beginning of time, no more so than today. Bethlehem is now part of the Palestinian territory and is separated from Israel, whose government has built a security wall to deter terrorism. Unfortunately, it's also deterred tourism, as pilgrims coming to the Holy Land find it increasingly difficult to visit the birthplace of Jesus. The Gospels tell us little about the childhood of Jesus 2,000 years ago. Joseph had to wait until the death of Herod to bring his family back to Israel, to settle in Nazareth near the Sea of Galilee. To one side of the modern Church of the Annunciation, we can see the Church of St. Joseph, built over the place where it's thought the Holy Family lived. Underneath the church, archaeologists have found the remains of a little house dating to the 3rd century. Although that's 200 years after the time of Jesus, there are several rooms where Jesus could have spent his childhood.
Boys would study until about the age of 12 or 13, and then they would leave their formal education in reading, and they would go and become apprenticed with their father or some other man and learn what would be their trade. For Jesus, the trade was building.
And like most dads, Joseph probably took his young son to work with him to pick up the basic skills.
I think the main influence in the childhood of Jesus was the nearby city of Sepphoris.
This was Galilee's great Jewish capital, just a few miles from Nazareth. A huge amount of archaeology has revealed an important and wealthy centre that controlled the area.
They were rebuilding a city that had been destroyed by the Romans, and I think Joseph settled in Nazareth because there was work in Sepphoris, guaranteed for 10, 12 years. So once Jesus was old enough to run the 4 miles across the valley, then Sepphoris was a theme park. And I'm sure that the words that Jesus first heard in Greek were, "Get out of the way, you little twit." He would have been into a very cosmopolitan environment in which a smart child could have learned. How does an arch stay up? How do they get the walls vertical?
According to Luke's Gospel, Jesus and his family travelled from Nazareth to Jerusalem for the Jewish festival of Passover. At the age of 12, Jesus was with his parents in the great temple, probably for his bar mitzvah, the ceremony of coming of age. Luke describes Jesus wandering off after the ceremony. Mary and Joseph, thinking he'd gone back to Nazareth with friends, also left for home. The next day, they headed back to Jerusalem, and after 3 days of searching, they found him.
Of course, as parents, what do? You go back to the last place you were together, and there at the Temple Mount, they find Jesus. Happy as a lark, engaged in dialogue with the rabbis, the teachers of the law. Mary is incensed. She says, "How could you do this to us? Don't you realize we've been sick with fear?" And I'm sure she said it emotionally because Mary was a mother like all mothers are.
The first Americans' declaration of reclamation of our identity and natural rights. This declaration, dated July 4th, 2019, is in response to the intrusion, genocide, gentrification, indoctrination, and reclassification of the over 100 million strong original peoples of North, Central, South America, and adjoining islands over a period of 4 or more centuries. This declaration do not include the so-called Native Americans or Africans. Only the American Aborigines and their descendants. The Anti-Defamation Against the Autochthonous and Aborigine Americans and Natural Rights Act. Due to the colonization of land and seas of the area commonly known as the Western Hemisphere, to include but not limited to North, Central, and South America and the surrounding islands. The original peoples of these lands have been systematically gentrified and misclassified as descendants of black racial groups associated with Africa, i.e. mulatto, Negro, colored, black, and African American. We, the original and autochthonous people of the commonly known area of the Western Hemisphere, aka the Americas, retain all of our rights. There have been countless wars, crimes, and other atrocities committed against our people that need to be redressed and corrected by the U.S. governing body, including but not limited to identity correction, land appropriation that is held in trust, travel rights and the return of artifacts, and the right to self-govern. Article 1. All so-called black people in the Americas are not descendants of Africa, and this misclassification of our identity, i.e. colored, Negro, black, and African American, is the result of social programming and indoctrination, and is not and will not be accepted by the autochthonous people in any manner, whether it be personally, socially, politically, or legally so-called, and the attempt to continue such reckless behavior will be seen as a conspiracy to commit fraud, a hate crime, and defamation against the original peoples of the Western Hemisphere under international law and the American Constitution. The U.S. corporation, its nation states, affiliates, and sponsors have been committing many sorts of crimes against the original or Aborigine people of this land without as much as a one warning for the genocide, rape, lynching, displacement, and scientific experiments. There are many documented cases. The list of nefarious and criminal activity is almost too long to imagine, and there must be an accounting and remedy for. By our estimates, the greatest majority of white African and European descendants in the U.S. believes that the original or Aborigine people misclassified as black were all brought here on slave ships by their ancestors, not realizing that we were here long before their ancestors existed. And the only reason that they believe the lie is because of the great effort to cover up factual history. Article 2. There are millions of acres of land held in trust by the governing bodies of the American government that are the birthright of the original or Aborigine people of the land, and we demand such land be returned in good faith and without obstruction, harassment, or oversight. Since the original or Aborigine people have been systematically removed and gentrified from our lands by fraudulent practices and intimidation, we feel that it would be in the best interest of all involved to give back our land and allow us to live in peace. Article 3. We, as the original or Aborigine peoples of the commonly known as Western Hemisphere, including but not limited to Americas and the surrounding islands, being of sound mind, body, and spirit, reserve all rights to self-govern to the best of our ability without the need for regulation, obstruction, oversight, or harassment from the governing bodies. We will operate as a responsible autochthonous nation. All treaties, trade agreements, tariffs, etc. thereof on our land must be approved by us alone. Article 4. As the original and Aborigine people of what is commonly known as the Western Hemisphere, reserve all rights to travel anywhere and any time of our choosing within the Western Hemisphere without obstruction, harassment, corporate identification, or citizenship of any state-sponsored territories. The first Americans' Declaration of Reclamation of our identity and natural rights. This declaration, dated July 4th, 2019, is in response to the intrusion, genocide, gentrification, indoctrination, and reclass.
Testing, testing, testing. How everybody doing today? Hope everybody enjoy. I hope everybody's enjoying it so far. We are now January 10th, 2020, 20 dub, and we're about 11 days in right now. We're gonna move up to the tribeup channel. Um, Chief Holiday, channel will be still open and still will be live streams going on, but we're going to move the 30 days over to the tribeup channel now. We've been running straight 10 days straight, so everybody enjoying themselves. Shout out to everybody that's been participating as well. You guys been keeping up, watching some of that A1. Everybody know A1. A1 is a juggernaut in the community. He's been here for a while, and he's his channel is like one of the heart of the community. So anytime you want to find out what's going on in the community, you can always go to Autogenous One channel, and you can dive right in and see what's going on in the community. But we're going to be shutting down right now. If you guys are not familiar with our Tribe Up channel, just go hashtag Tribe Up or just type in Tribe Up on your YouTube browser, because we finna go over there right now. We finna go in a little bit, and we finna continue this thing, and it's finna get a lot better, doing a lot learning. So I'll meet you guys over there in Tribe Up. Uh, you know, First, if you ain't a mod over there, the quickest way to get a mod is be the first in the building. First in the building, always get a mod over there. So I'll see you guys over there. Peace.